everyone, how are you doing? It's your girl Twin D, and look what is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, baby. I love when these synchronicities come in. Signs and synchronicities from your angels, from God, letting you know that you're on the right path. And I do love those ones. Thank you, God, for bringing us here again, divine feminines, and if there's masculines watching, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thanks to all those who are purchasing my book. Guys, this book will help you a lot on your journey. I wish I had it when I first started out my journey. But again, nothing happens before its time. Nothing. So we gotta be patient. And guys, I've decided that on Wednesdays around 8:30 p.m. I'll be having our prayer meeting. So those of you who want to join me, where we pray together to ask God to heal this nation, heal the world, heal each other, give us the strength to help each other, to protect us, and help to get rid of this COVID from our situation, from our lovely earth. Heal those who are infected, where we pray for each other, pray for help, guidance, and protection. Then you can join me every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No matter what, I'll try to make that date. I'll try to keep that date. Put it in your calendar, guys. Set those alarms. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now let's jump into this message. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, let's see what's going on. We'll be looking at what was influencing your divine masculine into making some decisions that they made, past and present. Okay, what are some of these influences, please, that influence the masculines in their choices in the past? What are some of these influences, please, that influence these masculines in their choices in the past? In regards to the feminine, of course. Got a whole message all at once. A whole message all at once. A surprise. A surprise. The shock of meeting your divine feminine. That's the very first thing that influenced them in making a decision in regards to the divine feminine. The shock. The shock of seeing themselves, I'm hearing. The shock of losing something and it's like it just came back out of nowhere. There were blockages that were influencing this connection, that were influencing them to make this decision, whatever decision they made in regards to you, divine feminine. And of course, you have the backbiters, the backstabbers, the bad minders, the no-gooders, the smile in your face and stab you in your backers. They're always there. They're never gonna leave. They're never gonna leave. They gotta set up shop somewhere, eh? They gotta set up shop somewhere. That's how they feel good within themselves. That's how they feel good within themselves. They were waiting on something also. They were waiting on something, a change. They were waiting for something to happen so they could move forward with the divine feminine. But it's like whatever it was that they were waiting on never happened, or things changed. Things changed. Friends. Friends played a big part in influencing these divine masculines on the choices that they made. And most of these choices weren't good choices because they weren't being influenced well, influenced positively, no. Friends that they drank with, friends that they smoked with, friends that they hang out with. They meant them no good. See, they were bringing news. Your divine masculines were getting some news about you, divine feminine, from friends. From friends. And all of us know that when our friends talk to us and tell us things, we listen because they're our friends, right? They're our friends. That person is no good for you. That person is going to hurt you. Give it up. Leave it alone. And they listened, thinking that they were being advised properly. This is also information that they found out in regards to someone close to them. So it's like things happen and the tables turn around because it's like they were planning on taking that trip, moving away, and then things happen and ooh, they gotta go right back around. They got some information and they gotta go right back around. You have the widow here. This is someone who is unpleasant. Someone who is untrustworthy. Someone who doesn't trust at all. And this person was influencing your divine masculine. This person, evil person, was influencing your divine masculine and not in a good way at all. This person made your masculine feel like they were a failure. This person made your masculine feel like they were worth nothing. Like they were nothing on their own. This person made your masculine feel like if they should move on with you, it will never work out because it wasn't working out with them. This person was very close to your divine masculine, maybe a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. But they were very close to your masculine to have such a great influence on them. To have such a great influence on the way that they feel about themselves. could also be a mother who should have been loving these divine masculines, but instead they made the masculine feel so insecure, feel like they were doing a whole heap of wrong if they should move towards happiness. Bad influences, very bad influences, very bad. My God. Let's find out more about these people here. Tell me more about these gamblers, the friends, in regards to the influence they had on the masculine. Tell me more about these gamblers, please, these friends, and the influence that they had on the masculines. See, they were hiding. They weren't being true. They were just being fake. They weren't revealing their true self. They were not revealing their true self to the divine masculines. Haters, backstabbers. You know, haters, backstabbers only wanted to see the masculine in pain because they didn't get the divine feminine. And I think this came up in the feminine reading or the masculine reading that I did this morning. I don't remember which one, but it was there that these friends were jealous. And what's this news? The Page of Pentacles, their abundance. Some of your masculines got news that they would lose finances. They were influenced by the loss of their finances. So some, in order to move from where they were, from the stage that they were, from the situation that they were in, they would be losing. They would have had to lose finances if they were to move on to you. Then they would have lost finances. Again, they were so insecure. And their insecurities made them feel like they could not make it alone. Like they needed their money to survive. Of course, people need money to survive. And that's why they got smart. 1333. They got smart. They started praying. They started asking for guidance. They started asking for help. They started to put that hard work in. They started to focus. They started to remain grounded. And working on their coins, their pentacles, to build that little kitty up. It was destined to be that way. It was destined to be that way. So there's nothing that anyone could have done to stop all that backstabbing and stuff. Tell me about this chattering that influenced the masculine, please. See, there's people involved in the connection, putting their nose where it don't belong, spying, and taking news back to the persons that they were with, back to their family members. 1444, and I thought 1333, right? It's a cycle. So your masculines were influenced by people who were sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. who weren't minding their own business, watching the divine masculine, going back and telling so and so what their masculines are doing. And that played a big part in the masculines being stuck. Because they couldn't make a move. They couldn't go out with you. They couldn't call you because they were being watched. They couldn't text you because they were being watched. And that's why some of you divine feminines, you were blocked and they stopped talking to you because somebody was taking news back to the persons that they were with. So to prevent all the quarrels, the confusion, to prevent that other person who is not a nice person, you saw that widow card, from hurting the divine feminine, for proving to that person that they weren't involved with the divine feminine, so they would back off the divine feminine. They had to block you out. They had to pretend they didn't want you around. They had to pretend they didn't see you when you were all that they saw. That's why these things have got to go. Manipulating people. Can you believe this? Tell me about these impediments that were keeping the masculines back. Causing the masculines to lose hope in your connection. Blocking hope, trust, faith. When they did that, that's when all the masculine's insecurities began to shine. Because again, that person made your masculine feel like nobody. They threatened them. If you walk away from me, I'll do this, I'll do that. And if you don't stop talking to that person, I'll do this to that person, I'll do this to you. But you see, the masculines are smarter than we are. We want them to just get up and just run away, but no. They had their plans, they had their strategy that they had to work on. Because the masculines know subconsciously that when they make their move, when they walk away, there's to be nothing left behind that they would turn around to view. No regrets. No, if you come back to me, I love you, come back to me. That wouldn't faze them because they know it's not true. So they left to find their wish fulfillment. Tell me about the surprise that influenced the masculine, please. See what I was saying about loss? Their finances. It was a shock when they found out that they lost their finances. Because again, these people that they were with just used them for financial gain, financial stability. And they took from the divine masculine. They took from them. So they couldn't move. You gotta have money to go find a new apartment. You gotta have money to get a car. You gotta have money to feed yourself. You gotta have money to take yourself to work, to take the bus to work. And since these money grabbers held on to the divine masculine's money, they had to start all over. All over. But that allowed for divine intervention for spiritual change, spiritual gain, for balance, for justice, for a new divine masculine. It allowed things to be shaken up. All that the masculines went through in the past here. Allowed them to make that decision to take this thing to court and cut them out. Yeah. To balance things out. Cut out those friends that no longer served them, that they found out were just jealous and angry, 2, 3, 4. Who were backstabbers, who were hurting them and then pretending like they were not. See, keeping them away from their beautiful, passionate new beginning with the divine feminine. See, that's all they were trying to do. Stop the flow. You know why people think that they can stop something that's meant to be? Why they think they can always intervene in people's business? Why they think they can always hurt people and get away with it? Because when they're doing their terrible deeds, they don't remember that God is in control. They don't remember that God is watching them. And they do not remember that everybody has a part to play in this life. And they don't remember that they are playing their part. So their part that they're playing, even though how evil it is for a purpose. And God used everything to his good, to his advantage. When the devil sets a trap for you, God uses it for your own good. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Whatever trap was set for you, God is using it for your own good. This that I'm asking, present influences. Present influences. Communication. Present influences that's going to allow your divine masculine to make the choices, to make their choices that they're going to make now in regards to the divine feminine. This is spirituality. So divine intervention has a big part to play in their changes, in their decisions. Their divinity, their sacredness, their strength. Their pureness, because they have changed. 366. There's a lot of threes here. Divine intervention, divine guidance, divine protection is influencing your divine masculines right now. Their home. They want to feel safe. They want to feel secure. They want to feel loved. They want to be comfortable in their own space, in their own body, in their own mind. And that's their aim. That's their aim. And they're going to communicate. They're going to communicate, and they're cutting things out also. Oh. Children. They have kids. Some of your masculines have children. And they are also influencing your masculines to make the decisions that they're making right now. Because your masculines, those who are fathers, realize that their child is looking up to them, that their child is seeing all the abuse that they're taking. They're realizing that their children are seeing them accept things that are not healthy, accept things that are no good for them, and they realize that they're teaching their children to accept the same. So they're going to transform this situation, and in return transforming their children, showing their children that happiness and love overcomes everything. And when you're not getting that love that you deserve, well, it's time to pack those bags and call the Uber. 4 and 4, balance. Stay true to yourself. That's what they're teaching their children. Stay true to yourself. Listen to yourself. Trust in God, because when all else fail, only God remains. Only God remains when all else fail. They even realize that some of the people that they are with, the mothers, the fathers of these children, does not love them, when deep down inside they have a sense of envy towards them, a sense of resentment towards them. And your masculines do not want to be in that situation. They do not want to be where someone that they thought should love them is hating on them, is hating them, has resentment for them. So they're gonna skedaddle. And that's why, divine feminines, if you continue in the negative energy that you're in, you don't want your masculine, you don't want him around, he hurt you. That's why they're staying away too. Because the person that they love, that should love them unconditionally, is throwing hateful energy at them. So they will stay away from you too. Not only the karmics, but you too. They're making discoveries, and those discoveries are having a great influence on their decision in regards to the divine feminine right now, in regards to you. Their loyalty, realizing that even though you're away from them, they haven't stopped thinking about you. And you haven't stopped reaching out. Oh, confirmation blessings. You haven't stopped reaching out, divine feminine. You haven't stopped being their friend. You haven't stopped caring. And that's what they need, because your masculines, most of them, they have not felt love. They don't know what love is. So they're depending on you to keep that love that you have for them. And you loving them and being loyal to them is a big influence on these masculines right now. Because that's how they're going to see true love. That's how they're going to see their happiness. Because when they sit down and they compare and they look at the situation, I've only known this person for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. And the amount of love I feel from them, the amount of love I feel from this person that I'm with here in my own home, that is so close to me. I've never gotten that amount of love from them before. So you're a big influence on your divine masculine. The garden, a gathering, a meeting, are coming together. Your masculines are thinking about you being with them. They are thinking about your kindness, your love. They're thinking about how much they were attached to something that didn't mean them any good. Overly attached. Excessively attached. And they had doubts in regards to your connection. But that loyalty that you showed them is getting rid of all those doubts. So you divine feminine, are a great influence on your masculines right now. On the decisions that they are going to make, that they are making. Their decisions to cut things out that no longer serve them. When you're positive, divine feminine, your masculines are definitely positive. When you're working towards something, your masculines are definitely working towards something too. They gotta get rid of this. And they are getting rid of it. Because they're making their discoveries. And they're cutting things out. The mistakes that they have made, they're going to try to heal those mistakes. They're going to move away. They're moving towards you. They're reflecting you. They're trusting God to guide them now spiritually. Spiritually. Again, the children. They want good for their children. The divine masculines, they know that you, divine feminines, would be a good parent for their child. Because the love that you showed to them, they know that you'll give their children or their child that same amount of love. A chance to show their children that love does not have to hurt. And love does not hurt. Love does not hurt. This is for the dog, the loyalty. Judgment, making that decision to cut out 333, 3333. This person that has been cold to them, that has been no good to them, or this person that makes them strong, that keeps them focused, that keeps them grounded, that they're passionate about, and they're passionate about them too. This person that gives equally to them, even gives more than what they deserve. That's helping them to transform. And they're making that decision. They're making their choice. Again, divine feminine, you're a great influence on your masculine. Tell me about this cross and the influence on the masculines right now. Abundance. Remaining grounded, remaining focused. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles. Remaining focused. See? It's here too. but it was used in a different way. That's the difference between good and evil. You can have something, but it depends on how you use it. How you use it. That's how you determine if something is good or evil. Because the evil and the good can possess the same thing, but how do you use that thing? How do you use it? That's how you determine what's good and what's bad. Remaining grounded, remaining focused, stable. The future, their visions of you is a big influence on them right now. The legacy that you guys can build. The adjacent possibilities, like in that energy deck. All the good things that can happen between you and them. That's what's pushing them forward to work on their finances, to remain focused. The drive. What about this house that's influencing the masculines, please? They miss you. They miss you and they want you close. They miss you and they want you close. They're dreaming about you, reminiscing about you. There you go. They're at home thinking about you, dreaming about you, reminiscing about you. And again, that's a big influence on the divine masculine. Woo-hoo. Good influences. Good influence. Is this thing foggy? Good influence. And tell me about the child that's influencing your masculines, please. See what I told you in regards to your divine masculines, realizing that them staying in the position where they are is only teaching their children to accept things that are vanity over love, to accept things that are no good for them because they're comfortable. Your masculine realizing that these people around them were just taking from them, storing up for their own good. Storing up for their own good. They were just all about finances. They were just all about their stability. Not even caring about the child. See, not even caring about the child. It was all about money. Money over the children. When anything happens, they say to the masculine, your child, your son, your daughter. As if it's not their children too. Your child needs this, your child needs that. Your child is misbehaving. Your child is just like you. That's because these people, I hate to say it, but having those children was just a way to keep the divine masculines in check, if you get what I mean. To keep them where they were, because now the masculine has a responsibility and the money has to keep coming in. So they use these poor innocent children as a way to steal money from the masculine. That was really harsh. That was a harsh energy right there. Terrible energy. Ooh. Terrible energy right there. Tell me about the garden and how it's influencing the masculines, please. Seven of Wands. When your masculines are around these people, it causes them to block their heart, to be unbalanced, to be unstable, to be confused. But when they're around you, there's no confusion. They know what they want. But as soon as they get around these people, it causes a lot of confusion. See? When they're around you, things are easy. Things flow. There's growth. There's a lot of communication. A lot of happiness. But behind them is pure sadness and regret because of those jealous people. 14%, 41 minutes. A lot of jealousy, which caused the masculines to lose balance, but now they're bringing back that balance. They're bringing back that balance with the help of the divine feminine, healing this connection. You are a big influence on your divine masculines. What are the masculines moving towards in regards to the divine feminines, please? What are the masculines moving towards in regards to the divine feminine, please? Commitment, new love. Okay. Abundance, abundance, awakening, spiritual insight, growth. Financial stability, more growth. And it started already. It started already. The heartbreak. I'm gonna need to check that. Oh, okay. I don't need to. They realized that they were wasting time. That's why this heartbreak is here. That they're wasting time. They were wasting time. They had wasted a lot of time. Which is causing their divine feminine heartbreak. And even their heart to break too because of all the time they wasted in the past. Now they're focusing on what's truly important. Because they realize that with you, they have all these good changes that's happening here. See, healing you, healing themselves, healing this situation. And the loyalty card is here again because this is true love. This is true love and it will never die. It will never die. They're anxious about making these changes. Some of them will be changing their jobs. Some of them will be changing their location. But it's gonna all lead up to this abundance. And moving away from what no longer serves them. They're anxious about making these changes, but they're gonna make these changes anyways. They're gonna make the changes. And they're also going to end the separation between you two. Thank you. That was God backing me up, saying, yes, she's right. See, they realize that they're here for a reason and that you came into their life for a reason. And they're going to take that trip towards you. They're going to move towards you. They're going to travel to meet you, to be with you, changing location towards happiness, moving towards happiness. And they know that they had to fight for this, and they're going to keep fighting, because nothing good comes without hard work and dedication. And they're dedicated to you. They're not going to leave you alone. They're not going to leave you alone. Tell me more about their energy. Since we're feeling this good energy towards the divine feminine, show me what's going on with their energy, please. Completion. Yes, they have completed a cycle, many cycles. Many cycles. They have spent enough time where they were, and now it's time to move on. It's time to go. It's time for a rebirth. It's time for growth. It's time to regain their strength, ending the insecurities, gaining that wisdom, that courage, opening up their heart, feeling true love, forgiving themselves, moving on, healing their inner wounds, creating their future, creating their lives, the rest of their lives. See this, not wasting any more time. They realize that they were wasting time, that they have wasted a lot of time, when they could have been building and creating with the divine feminine, creating this beautiful life. Oh my gosh. And they're putting in the work. They're not gonna stop. They're putting in the work, working on their finances. See the tricks. The tricks. I'm getting also that these masculines had to be very tricky in moving ahead, in moving forward, to recover that which they have lost, to regain that which they have lost. They were wasting their time with vanity, playing the victim, using tricks, telling the divine feminines all kind of stuff, just because they were comfortable where they were and they were scared to take that leap of faith. And that energy is changing, because they're discovering who they truly are. They're opening up their heart, and they're welcoming love. They're welcoming spirituality, because these masculines have changed. God has changed these masculines, and people are talking. If you were around your masculine, you would see that people are talking about this change. People are talking about this change that they're going through, the changes they're making in their lives. All through the help of prayer. All through the help of prayer. Archangels, give me a message, please. Give me a message. Oh, see that? All through the help of prayer. Beloved one, Archangel Shamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. All through the help of prayer. Patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Divine Feminine, everything is working out. Same with the Divine Masculine. Everything is working out. Look at this again. Career transition. Archangel Shamuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So your masculines are taking that leap of faith. Changing that job that they don't like. Moving away from things that steal them from their abundance, their money. Clairsentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings. as they signify divine guidance. That's what's happening when you trust God. And indigo and crystal children, Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive, and they're helping their own children. I told you, they're helping their own children to realize that love does not hurt. And breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. You're letting go of the old, bringing in the new. And victory. What a wonderful ending. Victory. They're feeling so victorious right now. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. See, all through prayer. All through prayer. They are remembering who they are, a blessed, loving child of God. Knowing that all is well, they are protected. They are protected by their spiritual guides and God. So they are going to be taking that leap of faith because they can trust that everything will be okay. They will be victorious. Yay! Congratulations, divine masculines, for stepping way, way up. Well done. Live your life for you, for your happiness. Not to make other people happy, because when you do that, you realize that you're the one losing and they're just gaining and stacking up. They're gaining and stacking up while you lose everything. Well, everyone, this has been your message. Now you know what has been influencing your masculines in the past and what's influencing them now. Take care of yourselves, everyone. I love you all. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever it is. Go out for that stroll. Go look at the stars. Do whatever that makes you happy. The link to purchase my book, guys, is in the description box. For personal readings is in the description box. To purchase my keychains, the same link for the reading and the book. You just gotta hit that menu button to see the accessories. Then you can purchase those keychains. I love you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Bye.